put this up. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Murry-Lanman, the one that lets her light shine no matter who it blinds. I think I said that right. And I'm back with another video. This is a long awaited video. When I tell you, I get people on Twitter that ask me about this video. I get people on Instagram that ask me about this video. I get people on Facebook that ask me about this video. I get people that ask me about the topic of this video all the time. I can't hold off anymore. I have to do it. As you guys see right here, this is my guest star, my main topic today, Florida water. If you are not familiar with Florida water, I need you to get familiar with it right now and today and fast. It's also known as agua de Florida in Spanish. So if you are familiar with Santeria or Palo or any of the Spanish Caribbean walks of spirituality, you are familiar with it in that way. And then here in the Americas and the Caribbeans, we call it Florida water. Florida water, Florida water, Florida water, Florida water. Let's just hope they don't even know the song. Don't copyright me, okay? There are many recipes online and on YouTube of people with their own unique recipes of Florida water. This Florida water, which everybody knows, you can get it in the botanicas, you can get it at the grocery store, you can get it at CVS sometimes, in the pharmacies. You can get it almost anywhere, the farmer's market. I'm telling you, you can get this anywhere. So many people are selling it now, and I think mainly because of the cultural appropriation of voodoo and hoodoo and Santeria and Bruja. Murray-Lanman Florida water, that is the company that sells it. They have been selling it since 1808 here in the United States. And it was originally sold in general stores and pharmacies, so no wonder it's still the same way. And it has become like the holy water of spiritual colognes, to be honest. I used to keep a bottle on me. Anytime I run out, I would go to the store and just buy a new bottle. That's why this one is almost empty. I have like the refillable bottle, like the big bottle, so I would just refill it. But once I got into this ingredient list, I was like, something isn't all the way right, because if it's used for spiritual purposes and cleansing and connecting with the earth, don't you think it would contain ingredients that have the Ashe of Mother Nature, Father Nature, the earth? Like, that's what I thought. And looking into this ingredient list, I'ma have it pop up on the screen. It's gonna be right there, so you can read along with me. Denature alcohol is the first ingredient. Water, fragrances. It says fragrances. What are those fragrances, bruh? What are the fragrances? Are they essential oils, which is what I use? FD and C blue color number 1, and FD and C yellow color number 5. That's cool. It's been working for about 2 centuries now. Everybody's been using it since then. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm into connecting to my spiritual guides and ancestors, my creator, one-on-one. And so what I did was do my own Florida water. Now this bottle is about a year old now, and these are just still the herbs that, some of them, it was filled about halfway, but I took some out because I'm about to refill it and do a DIY Florida water for you all. This is like the largest mason jar that you can get. So if you only have like a smaller mason jar, that's fine. You'll just use not as many herbs as you would for a jar this large. Now, if you'd like to purchase some of this Florida water, the information will be in the description box below, but for right now, I'm going to show you how to do it so that you can do it yourself, so that you won't have to buy it from me. You could just make your own. I'm trying to help you out. So Florida water is a combination of citric and floral scents, with the base being alcohol, of course, right? I have 91% alcohol here. It was on sale, like 2 for $2 or something like that. You know what? I think I'm gonna get a chair. I look extra strong in this muscle shirt, god damn it. All right, so I have 91% alcohol here. The higher the percentage, the better alcohol that it is. Some people use vodka, like 80 proof, 90 proof, 100 proof vodka, and that's perfectly fine too. I just chose to use like alcohol because it was on sale, 2 for $2. Instead of going into the liquor store, I was already in Walmart. So that's gonna be like the base of everything, but we're not gonna put this in yet. We're gonna put our herbs in. And I already made my mixture of herbs. This is my little heart bowl that I got from Belize. It was so sweet. I got it on San Pedro Island at Secret Beach. The guys there were really sweet to me. I got a really good deal on this bowl, and I just support my people, period. So I would have paid whatever for this bowl because I loved it so much. I use it for a lot of my rituals. I already made my mixture. I prayed over it. I charged it, which is what you will do. I'm gonna tell you what's in my recipe. Some herbs are missing because I have to leave some things left unknown. You can add whatever herbs that you like, whatever herbs that resonate with you and your spirit. But these are the herbs that I'm using. I'm using motherwort, which is used as a protective herb, and it brings protection to the family and the home. It brings peace as well. Hyssop, which is one of the most ancient healing herbs. I know that you all, if your parents and grandparents are Christian, if you are Christian, you have definitely heard of hyssop in the Bible many times. It brings purity to whatever it touches. Like hyssop, I put it in my cleansing baths because, you know, I say the Psalms verse over it. I can't think of what number it is right now. It's Psalms 5:17, and it's purify me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. So it's cleansing. It's like that herb. If you want to cleanse some stuff, that's it. So I'm also putting red roses and yellow roses in there. Red roses symbolize love. They also symbolize stability. And the yellow roses symbolize creativity and intuition and confidence. And of course they're floral, so that's also what the base of Florida water is. Star anise, which signifies divine healing and protection. Star anise is very powerful in a lot of sweetening spells as well, or sweetening work. I love star anise next to cinnamon. Star anise is one of my favorite. If I want anything to happen, like go ahead and happen, star anise and cinnamon.
My panadol.
So sage is a very strong cleansing herb, as you all know. You get bundles of white sage and you cleanse your house down with it. That or some Palo Santo. Sage is very powerful in cleansing your space. I ain't gonna lie. I use Palo Santo more than I use sage because I would liken it to sage will kind of daze your spirits. It'll put your spirits in a daze. It'll kind of like, you know, make them calm for a little bit. but they'll come back. Palo Santo will knock them fools out. So that's why I prefer Palo Santo over sage. I'm using fresh sage, by the way. Yeah. Rosemary, also using fresh rosemary. Along with sage, its purification properties are very strong. It cleanses and rejuvenates any space that you burn it in or have it in. Mugwort is also in here, not to be confused with motherwort or St. John's wort or any wart. Used for spiritual cleansing, protection, healing, dream work, and so much more. The summer solstice is symbolized by mugwort, and the summer solstice just passed. So that is the perfect herb to put into your Florida water if you are making it during this time of the year. Yarrow helps us heighten our experiences and assist us to see more clearly. It provides healing and it cleanses the aura. So again, it's all about cleansing and allowing that spiritual communication to flow freely and clearly. Wormwood. If you know about wormwood, baby, this is a very protective, powerful herb. Very, very. You don't want to play around with wormwood either. So that is an herb that you do not take lightly. Even when internally taken, you can't even take a bunch of it because too much is toxic. Its planetary influence is Mars. Mars is the warrior planet. I'm ruled by Mars in every way. My sun is in Aries and my moon is in Scorpio. So that passion energy, warrior energy, very much wormwood. It can be used in both ways. It can be used to calm some stuff down, or it can be used to start some ish up and make it happen quick, and make it happen strong, make it happen powerfully, like boom. So lemons and limes. Lemons and limes are very powerful for any type of cleansing work or protection work. Lemons have always been really considered as the blessed fruit. Their yellow color signifies happiness and joy and courage, but the inside is really bitter. So it's purifying all that negative energy and replacing it with great and positive energy. And limes have always been used in the voodoo community, hoodoo community, Santeria, many other sources of spirituality. As you guys know, in my bitter bath, I do include limes in that. And then last but not least, I'm adding lavender. So lavender is really calming and soothing. And because this Florida water is so powerful, it needs just a little bit of calming there to just kind of chill things out just a little bit. But don't get me wrong, it's still gonna be nothing to be messed with. So like I said, I've already mixed up my herbs, prayed over them, charged them, and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and add them. For them. That one, but you ain't see that. Now I'm just adding the rose petals in. I had 2 red roses and 1 yellow. And I'm adding my limes now. I have 1 key lime and 2 regular limes because I ran out of regular limes. So now I have my dry ingredients in there, I guess you would consider them. So what I'm gonna do is add my oils. I'm using lavender, I'm using ginger, frankincense, rose, rosemary, patchouli, and cinnamon oils. They're for cleansing, or they're for prosperity, or they're for clairvoyance, they're for communication. I'm going to add as much as my spirit, this is patchouli, as my spirit tells me to. All right, so see y'all in a minute. Y'all, I almost forgot the fresh herbs. When adding the fresh herbs, make sure that you rinse them off first of all. And also, don't be afraid to use the stem too, because the Ashe, the power of the plant, is throughout the whole plant. So use the leaves, use the stems, use flowers, whatever. So now we for real have everything in there. We have our dry ingredients and the oils. So all you have left to do is top it with your alcohol. I'm gonna try to make as much as I can to fill those alcohol bottles back up and use them as my Florida water. Isn't this so beautiful? I mean, the bottom isn't, but actually it kind of is, because it symbolizes the old Florida water, like the old spiritual wisdom that's still in it, and the fresh. Join the party. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Make sure that all of the ingredients mix together, and then charge it. So go ahead and refer back to my spiritual bath video, as well as the candle prep 101 video that I just posted recently. It'll be out by the time y'all see this. You'll write a petition for your Florida water. That's everything that you want out of your Florida water, protection, cleansing, communication, whatever your intentions guide you to ask for out of your Florida water. And it's going to smell so amazing, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. By the time this is done, it's going to smell way better than this stuff, because this is real. This is plants and real flowers and real herbs and real oils all up in the mix. This ain't just no fragrances, okay? It should be a brown color when it's done. And keep this on your altar for about 6 to 8 weeks. You want to keep it working for about 6 to 8 weeks. Every week, about 3 times a week after that initial candle goes out, for 3 days, 3 times a week, do that again. Talk to your Florida water. Imbibe it, bless it, pray over it, put your intentions into it. For only 3 days a week for 6 to 8 weeks. At the end of that 6 to 8 weeks, you will strain it using a tea strainer or some cheesecloth into a big bowl. You'll strain all of these herbs, strain it, strain it, strain it, squeeze every single drop of magic out of those herbs, power out of those herbs and roots in your Florida water, and you will do with it as you wish. Okay, there are many uses to Florida water. I'll just name a few. It's used to clean your altars, yourself, different objects that you use. You can even spray your doorknobs down with it, you know, when you're too busy to kind of do like a thorough house cleaning. But your doorknobs, you can mop with it, put it in your mop water, and that's an easy way to cleanse your home as well. Wipe down the window sills with it as well. That'll keep any negative energies coming in from those portals, those doors and those windows. Wipe that down with that Florida water, and it'll keep your home protected. Before using, be sure to wipe down all spell work tools with Florida water before you pick up another work, because that lingering energy is still on those tools. So you want to wipe those tools down with that Florida water as well, or ammonia too. But what I do is I wipe it down with anything with ammonia first, and then I'll go back over it with the Florida water. Add it to your bath for a quick cleansing. What I do too as well is before some rituals, I'll pour that out as an additional libation to the other libations that I pour out as well for my Creator, my ancestors, and my spiritual guides too. It's really comforting to always have a bottle around, because you never know when you will want to cleanse your energy or when you'll be around just some nasty character, some nasty energy. Like, even if you can keep like a little spray bottle in your car, there's nothing like getting off for work and getting in your car and being able to spray yourself with that Florida water and just knowing